Alright, so this is going to be a first on the channel here. We're going to actually open up something that isn't Vanguard product. For once, this is the very first Shadowverse Evolve set, Advent of Genesis. I'm not super into Shadowverse just yet. I bought the first box here just to try and, check it out, see what all the hype is about. Just like I hope you guys are checking out Saga Concepts. In case you want to get one of these for yourself, you can use my link in the description down below to help yourself out and help the channel. When it comes to Shadowverse, I tried the mobile game a little bit and, it was kind of fun, but I couldn't really super get into it in terms of like constantly playing it. And I tried out one of the demos that they had at Anime Expo, and the game seems fun. And I'm kind of interested to learn a game that's of this type, that has like, health, for example, markers for health, and that are the like big size, the standard size. So I'm interested in that. I haven't really found anything in Shadowverse specifically that is sort of like my playstyle or like how I like to play and whatnot, at least just based off the trial decks in the first set. But I also haven't really played much, so we'll just see how that goes. So let's just, jump right into it. Or maybe not jump right into it. I actually got some of the starter decks that we're talking about. I got two of them. I got the Forestcraft and the, I believe this is Runecraft one. I got the Forestcraft for my fiance so I can try and force her to play Shadowverse Evolve with me. We both tried the demo out together and we thought it was, fine. I was originally going to get Swordcraft, which is funny because that's what was in the demo. But after reading Runecraft, it seems sort of up my alley, just because like there are some cards where you have to have. It seems like the general gist for Runecraft is that you use spells, and then later on, as the game progresses, the more spells you have in your drop, or in this case, a cemetery, the more skills you get. So it's kind of similar to Baromagus in terms of like filling up your soul and stuff. So I figured that was a close analogy, as close of an analogy I was gonna get. Other than that, aesthetically it kind of fits. In terms of like comparing it to like Baromagus and stuff, there is, I think, Bloodcraft is the other one, or it might be called something else, that has like vampires and stuff. And I was considering get that, but I don't really like the playstyle of like, hurting yourself, the leader, to then do stuff. I'm not really super into that, but I might try it later on. And then there was some other thing. Dragoncraft I've heard is really good, but I don't like dragons. And Forestcraft, that's just kind of like token span, it seems. I'm not super into that. But in any case, this is the starter deck. They all come with a lot, and they're actually pretty pricey. So first things first, we have this here, which has all of these little counters, because as a game, Shadowverse is a little bit more complicated than Vanguard in terms of like what you need to actually play the game. So for starters, we have a life counter here, which goes up to 30 and goes to 0. So this is what you use to keep track of your, leader's life. So similar to Vanguard in terms of like when you take damage, instead of placing cards face down to count as your damage, we have to use a separate counter for that, which is kind of smart on Vanguard to avoid the need for extra peripherals, because you just use the cards themselves. Then we've got ourselves here a bunch of little tokens, or not tokens, coins, markers and things, that you can use to detail, gaining extra health, or sorry, gaining extra attack. This is extra health, and then these are just skills that you can, show off. These are for your play points, so the mana system. This is more of the health and stuff. And then here is the playmats, which is in paper. As these decks, these types of products always have them in paper, and it is pretty vanilla, which is kind of nice. To be honest, it doesn't have anything on the back like the Bushiroad Vanguard ones, I should say, because this is also Bushiroad. But it is pretty simple. It just has your leader, your deck, your cemetery. You play your play points, move them up here. You got your field, your extra area. And then this here is your Banished and your Evolved deck. So it's pretty simple. It's kind of nice, considering how simple it is. I wish they would, similar to Vanguard, I hope both of these products get like, rubber mats of like just this design, because those are always kind of nice to have. And then we've got ourselves a little booklet here that just sort of gives you the rundown of how to play. So just a very quick manual on how things work. We'll maybe go into that in another video. We'll see how much A, I like Shadowverse, and B, the channel does with Shadowverse. Because if everyone hates me uploading Shadowverse, then, well, why would I continue uploading it, right? And then we've got ourselves the actual deck here. This is a nice plastic case that it comes with, which comes with a lot of cards. And it comes here with these tokens at the end here. Good amount of them. And then we've got the actual deck here, which has a bunch of cards, which are pretty cool. I won't get into these as much since I feel like most people are familiar with this, but I think we'll focus more time on the actual product itself that I was going to open, which is the booster box. So here's the box again. So instead of rares and double rares, I'll be, of course, talking all of this in terms of Vanguard, relating it back to Vanguard. We have instead here bronze, which is going to be our common, silver, which is going to be our rare, gold, which is going to be our double rare, and legendary, which is going to be our triple rare. Then we've got, I guess, the equivalent to SP, which are the super legendary, and then we've got, I guess, the equivalent of our DSR and the ultimates here, as well as tokens and leader cards, which are pretty interesting. Each pack comes here with 8 cards, and we've got 16 here, so somewhat similar to Vanguard in that regard. It's the same number of packs, but I think Vanguard is 7 cards per pack. I don't actually know. I've opened so many and I don't know. We've got ourselves a little box topper here. One of the things I don't have a good grasp on is what craft, color, nation, whatever these cards are for. Because I'm assuming this lets you know, or one of the colors of the borders lets you know where you can play this, but I have no idea, to be honest. Maybe that'll become more apparent the more we open these. The inside of the box is exactly like Vanguard, which is kind of interesting. White Shorts is probably very similar, to be honest. Let's go ahead and do this as we always do. We did... Oh, because I went too far, that's why. So it only goes up to there. So, at least for Shadowverse, so far, the streak of doing this has worked out. So here's the actual pack design here. It has this dude who's also on the box. I have no idea who this is, to be honest. I'm sorry, I'm going into the super blind, so if you are into Shadowverse, I'm sorry. I'm being very, I don't want to say ignorant, but naive maybe? I just don't know what anything is at the moment. And I know we have this on the back of the box, which I presume are either the legendaries for each craft, or these might be the alt art. No, they're not the alt art leaders, because I know some of them. The alt art leaders, I should say. I don't know any of these cards. I'm assuming those are like the high rarity cards, as is usually the case. So let's just go ahead and just open this up. Packs are very, very like firm. Have a real thickness to them. Not so much the cards themselves, but like the actual material is kind of interesting. It's different. And then like for Vanguard packs, it's actually a lot more sturdy, which is strange, to be honest. Alright, so we've got our first card here in the Woodland Refuge. So did a little bit of research given on the manual that they gave us. This is how you tell what class or craft the card is from. So this is from Forestcraft, which I guess you could have just told by the fact that it's a leaf. Looks really nice because it almost looks 3D-ish, like it stands out, which is pretty cool. Nice little effect they have there. This is an amulet. It's a bronze, so it's just a common. This has fanfare, that's what the F is. Select a pixie follower on your field and give it +1 attack. And then this symbol does something. Return this card to the owner's hand. Right, so this is an amulet. So this says, I think after 1 turn, you put this back into your hand. Okay. Next up, we've got Forge Weaponry. This is from Swordcraft here. You select a follower. This is a quick. You select a follower on your field, give it +1 attack and +1 health, and draw 1 card. Quick are kind of self-explanatory. I believe you can play these on your opponent's turn when your opponent is in the middle of battle. I won't get into too much of the specifics of the rules right now, but that's how I believe these work. This, I believe, means that it is neutral. No, this is Runecraft. Okay, that kind of makes sense, because it has like a rune-looking thing. Cool. This is Fiery Embrace. So this is a quick where you select an enemy follower on the field and destroy it. Wow, okay. And then Spell Chain 10, deal 3 damage to that follower's leader. Very cool. Then we got ourselves our first legendary. Oh, okay. That was quick. We've got a card for Havencraft, it looks like. This has Storm, and it has Follower Strike. Give this follower plus 2k. So I think after it hits something, it gets plus 2k. And then at the end of the turn, give this follower plus 2 health. Not half bad. So Follower Strike means whenever this, right before this attacks a follower, it gets plus 2. And then Storm just means that it doesn't get Summoning Sickness, which is pretty cool. We've got Dark Offering here for Havencraft. I think I got one of these, unfortunately, in foil from Anime Expo. I just picked a random card at the end of the demo, and I'm not playing Havencraft, so that's a bit of an unfortunate. But Dark Offering here is the silver, and it says select a card from on your field, destroy it, and give your leader plus 3 health, and then draw a card. Interesting. Then we got ourselves a gold here for Runecraft. Nice. This is the Ancient Alchemist. So you can evolve this with 1 play point, and then, or no, sorry, 3. And then this has Fanfare Earthright. Put 2 Guardian Golem tokens into your EX area. That gives you 2 tokens, which are both 2 3s with Ward. Very nice. Got ourselves another legendary. Here, this is the Evolved of something. It is a Cerebus. I don't see the... oh, I guess it's down here, which is kind of interesting. Maybe not. No, I don't know. I don't know the class of this. But on Evolve, you put a Mimi and Coco token into your EX area. Cool. And then we've got ourselves just a Fairy token here. And it's funny because these things are thick as heck. Cool. Alright, next up we've got Blazing Breath or Dragoncraft here. Quick, select an enemy follower on the field and deal it 2 damage. And if Overflow is active for you, you deal 4 damage instead. I think that Overflow is like after you reach a certain amount of play points. Then we've got, I think this is a Bizcraft here. Rabbit Necromancer, who, last words, I think that's what that is. So whenever this perishes, deals 2 damage to each leader. And we got ourselves here for Havencraft. We got ourselves a Snake Priestess who just has Ward. 1/3, okay. Then we got ourselves fucking Shenlong. Set 1, you guys are gonna make Shenlong? Okay. We got Dragoncraft here. You can evolve this with 2 play points. It gets Ward, and Fanfare, you draw 2, discard 1. So you got Arena Arcs. Very nice. Then we've got ourselves Dark Summoner for Bizcraft. She looks really cute. Fanfare, if Sanguine is active for you, give this follower +1 attack, +1 shield, or +1 health, and rush. Interesting. And we got ourselves an Ultimate! Wow, okay, cool. Which is unfortunately for a Bizcraft. Maybe I should have picked up a Bizcraft. So this is Medusa here. If Sanguine is active for you, this card costs 1 less to play. Okay, so it's 5 instead of 6. It has Neko Charge. So this is like, I didn't pick this up because it's similar to Runecraft, but instead of spells, it's just like either cards that you just have to have in drop or something like that, or in your cemetery for this effect to activate. But this card then costs another 1 less, so you can play this with 4. Interesting. Then it has Bane. Select an enemy follower on the field and destroy it. I think that might mean that it targets here. Not entirely sure what that symbol means. And looking over, we can see that Bane is when one of your followers has the Bane ability, combat damage to an enemy. When it deals damage, destroy the enemy follower that oh, okay, so it's like poison touch or something like that. Cool. Then we've got ourselves here a menu, which I think is just for anything, but it does have Havencraft on here. I'm not sure. It just says Aura 3/3. We got ourselves a guard form token for Runecraft, which is a 2/3 reward. Cool. And next we've got a Mist Dragon here for Dragoncraft 4/4 with Intimidate. We've got ourselves Spectre here for Abysscraft. Sure got a lot of Abysscraft stuff. This is a 2/2/1 with Bane. Gives your follower Fanfare -2 health. Then give this follower Rush. Put the top card of your deck into the cemetery. Okay. We've got Sister Initiate. This is 2/3/2. Fanfare, if there's an amulet on your field, give your leader +2 health. Okay. We got ourselves for Swordcraft here, the Ninja Master 4/4/4. Fanfare, search your deck for a ninja card, reveal it, and add it to your hand. So we do have like types and stuff. Okay. Ourselves a Runecraft card here, Fate's Hand. This is a quick for 3 that lets you draw 2 cards, and on a spell chain 10, you recover 1 play point. Cool. So you play it for 3 and you get 1 back, making it basically 2. We've got Gilgamesh here. Again, already using one of these in set 1, but okay. Who's a 7/6/6 with Storm for, looks like a neutral. Okay. And that's a gold. Then we've got ourselves Spectral Wizard here, who's a evolved card here for Runecraft, 3/3 unevolved. Discard a spell, select an enemy follower on the field, and deal it 4 damage. That sounds pretty good. Then we got ourselves for Havencraft here, the Holy Tiger, 4/4/4. It just has Rush. This is actually a token. Cool. Got ourselves the 1/2/2 Goblin here, who can just evolve. Got ourselves a 1-cost Angelic Barrage, quick that deals 1 damage to each enemy follower on the field. Interesting. Then we got ourselves for Forestcraft, 2/3/2 Elphys Metallurgist. When an enemy follower on the field, or select an enemy follower on the field and deal it 1 damage. On combo, you deal 3 instead. Not bad. That's on Fanfare. Got a spell for Dragoncraft here for 3. Quick, select an enemy follower on the field, deal it 5 damage, and if you have Overflow, you draw a card. Okay. Then we've got Dev's Barrage. Select a follower that costs 8 play points or less in your cemetery and put it on your field and give it Ward. Wow, that's actually pretty sick. That is a 6 cost. We got ourselves a gold here. Homecoming. This is a spell for Forestcraft. You select an enemy follower on the field. Its controller puts it on the top or bottom of the owner's deck. Then on combo 5, each opponent puts each follower from their field on the top or bottom of its owner's deck instead. The controller determines the placement. Tokens put into a player's deck are removed from the game instead. And then we got ourselves Rhinoceros here, who is a 1/1 evolved creature who, on evolve, choose one of the following effects. Give this unit, this follower Storm. Select an enemy's follower on the field and deal X damage. X equals this follower's attack. Interesting. Then we've got ourselves a Steel-clad Knight token for Swordcraft. These are pretty hard to pull open the old way. Got ourselves the Classic Fighter here for 2/2/3. Got the Fairy Whisper here for 2/1/1 in Forestcraft. Fanfare, summon a fairy token, put a fairy token into your EX area. Then we've got a 2/2/2 for Swordcraft here, the Fervid Soldier. This costs 2 to evolve. Then whenever another follower is put onto your field, give this follower +2. That sounds pretty good. Got ourselves a bronze, but it's actually like foil. It's interesting. So this is a 2/1/4 archer for Forestcraft. That says you can evolve this for 1. Then whenever another follower is put on the field, select an enemy follower on the field and deal it 1 damage. That is pretty nutso-butso, considering you can just throw out a bunch of tokens on it. I'm assuming tokens counts as followers, but you know. Then we've got, for Havencraft, a 4/1/5, the Cleric Lancer. This has Ward, and then during each opponent's turn, this follower deals 4 more damage. What? During each opponent's turn, this follower deals 4 more damage? Jeez. Oh, so whenever it attacks, it deals +4, or gets +4, but on your opponent's turn, it just says 1. Or I should say, on the other way around. When it attacks, it only does 1. But when your opponent attacks into it, it deals 4. Wow. Then we've got another Abysscraft here. Yeah, it is Abysscraft. I keep thinking it's something else, but no, this is Abysscraft. This was the deck that I was going to play, because it has these sorts of dark irregulars kind of aesthetic in terms of like succubuses and that kind of stuff, but demons and you know, so on and so forth. This is 4/4 Righteous Devil. This on evolve, give your leader -3. Or is that Fanfare? No. So you give your leader -3 and then you just evolve, and it has Bane. Interesting. We've got here for Swordcraft, the Maid Leader, 2/2 in evolve unit. On evolve, search your deck for 1 follower with that can evolve, reveal it, and add it to your hand. Oh, okay. Then we've got the Knight token for Swordcraft. Okay, we've got ourselves a 2-cost spell for Forestcraft here, the Witkin Curse. Select an enemy follower on the field. It cannot deal damage this turn. Wow, pretty cool. We've got a 3/3/3 Novice Trooper with Storm here. We've got a Runecraft, 2-cost spell, Quick. Look at the top 4 cards of your deck. You may reveal a spell from among them and add it to your hand. You may also put a spell into your cemetery. Put the remaining cards on the bottom of your deck in any order. Cool. Then we've got here a 2/2/2 for Abysscraft, Hell's Unleasher. So this has I already forgot what the symbol is, but put this card into the cemetery. Select a follower that costs at least 3 play points in your cemetery and add it to your hand. Interesting. I think that activates like as soon as you play it or something like that. Cool. Okay. Then we've got another spell here for Forestcraft here. This is a 1-cost Nature's Guidance. Select a card on your field. Return it to the opponent or to the owner's hand, and then you draw a card. So you can select one of your own cards and we use their Fanfare. Okay. Then we've got the 3/3/2 Alea Dragon Knight for Dragoncraft here, who has a sail, and last words, increase your maximum play points by 1. Interesting. That just like makes you kind of like skip a turn, doesn't it? Well, not skip a turn, but like go forward a turn. So a sail means followers with this ability can attack reversed vertical enemy followers unless they have Intimidate. Interesting. So I think if they're standing, it can attack them anyways. Okay. Then we've got an evolved unit follower for Swordcraft here, which is a 4/4 Fevid Soldier. Whenever another follower is put into your field, give this follower +1, so +1 attack. So this is like the evolved of that other card we saw that got power. And oh my god. Why am I not playing Abysscraft? We've got Mimi, who's a token, who costs nothing, and it says select the follower on the field and deal it 2 damage. Oh, this is a spell. A spell token? What? Deal it 2 damage. Okay, cool. Alright, next up for Runecraft, we have a 3/3/4 Runic Guardian here, who has Ward and Fanfare. Choose one of the following effects. 1 Earthright, give this follower +1 attack, +2 health. Or the second effect, summon a magic sediment token, which is an amulet, which has a stack, whatever that means. Then we've got ourselves another spell, or another card for Runecraft, I should say. We got a spell this time, Teachings of Creation, with a 1 cost. It has stack, and it says fanfare, draw 1. Is that an amulet? Yeah, this is an amulet, not a spell, sorry. Then we've got ourselves a 3 cost spell for Dragoncraft here. Dragon Wind, deal 2 damage to each follower on the field. If Overflow is active for you, deal 3 instead. Next up, we've got ourselves 3/3/2 Harness Flame. This is neutral. Put this card in a Harness Glass from your field into the cemetery. Search your deck for a flame and glass and put it onto your field. Interesting. Then we've got ourselves for Runecraft a 2/2/2 Spectral Wizard. So this can evolve for 2. And as fanfare, look at the top card of your deck. If it's a spell, you may reveal it and add it to your hand. Not bad. And we got ourselves a gold here for Havencraft, a 4/0/6, the Archpriestess Lelia here. You can evolve this for 1, and then when this is on your field, your followers deal damage equal to their defense. That is pretty strong, I think. I think Havencraft is pretty bulky. And then we've got ourselves a Crafty Warlock for Runecraft here. This is an evolved follower, has last words where you summon a magic sediment token, you add 1 stack to your field. And finally we've got for Dragoncraft a 4/5/5 token that is just called Dragon. Next up, we've got a Healing Angel here, 3/2/4, no class or neutral. Can evolve for 1, and on fanfare gives your leader +1 health. We've got a spell for Forestcraft here for 1, Fairy Circle. Puts 3 tokens, fairy tokens into your EX area. Not bad. We've got ourselves a 2/2/3 for Swordcraft here. Navy Lieutenant. Fanfare, put another follower on field, or select another follower on field, and give it a sail. Cool. Got ourselves a 5 cost spell here for Runecraft. The Alchemic Lure, deal 4 damage to each follower on the field. Oof. We've got a 5 cost spell for Dragoncraft that deals 5 damage to each follower on the field. That's a little bit better. Then we've got ourselves an amulet here, 1 cost for Havencraft, the Sacred Plea. This is actually gold. So symbol that I don't know. Put this card into the cemetery, draw 1, and then for 2. Put this into the cemetery and draw 2. Let's look this up. So I guess this thing has to do with stacks. So you put stacks on it, and they're like counters that you guys like, similar to like spell counters. Interesting. And we got ourselves an evolved follower here. 3/3 for Abysscraft, Craze Executioner. On evolve, deal 2 damage to your leader. Select an opponent. They reveal their hand, select a card in their hand, and they discard it. Cool. And then we got a Fairy Wisp here, another token for Forestcraft here, but it's actually a pixie. Interesting. And we've got a 1 cost spell for Runecraft here, the Wind Blast. Select an enemy follower on the field and deal 2 damage. Spell chain 10. I don't know why I said 2. Deal 4 damage instead. Then we've got the Ace Dragoon here, which is a 2/0/2 for Dragoncraft here, who has Rush and Fanfare. Select another follower on the field and give this follower attack equal to that follower's attack. Ooh, that sounds pretty cool. We've got a 1/2/1 from Abysscraft, the Ambling Wraith. Fanfare, do 1 damage to each leader. We've got ourselves a 3 cost spell for Abysscraft, Phantom Howl. Summon 4 ghost tokens. I think that was Yeah, the box topper that we have, except this one's in like foil. Cool. Then we've got ourselves, for Havencraft, a 2-cost spell, the Blackened Scripture. Select an enemy follower with 3 defense or less on the field and banish it. Wow, it's pretty strong. 5/5/5 for Bizcraft. Last words, give your follower -3, put this follower back on the field. This is Mordecai the Duelist. We've got an evolved unit, 5/5, this is neutral. Goliath. And then we've got for Swordcraft here, a token, 1/1/2, Otohime's Bodyguard here, which has Ward. Havencraft is pretty cool too. Actually, I just don't think I like the playstyle. But we've got ourselves a 4/3/3 Cruel Priestess here. Fanfare, select an amulet that costs 5 play points or less in your cemetery and put it onto your field. Pretty good. Then we've got ourselves a 3-cost amulet for having Havencraft again. Death Sentence. This card is put onto your field engaged. Then put this into your cemetery. Select an enemy follower on the field and destroy it. Okay, that kind of makes sense with the name. We've got ourselves a very cute Angelic Snipe here, which is a 1-cost spell for the neutral class, which is a quick, and you just select a enemy follower on the field and deal it 2 damage. Not bad. It does cost as a spell, right? So I think I could use that in Runecraft. Then we've got ourselves another legendary here. So this is for Swordcraft. This is 4/3/4. This is a Sea Queen Otohime. So I guess that's where that token was. Yep, there it is, Otohime's Bodyguard. So you can evolve this with 2 play points. And then when you summon this, Fanfare, summon an Otohime Bodyguard token. Okay. Then we've got Demonic Strike here. We got a 3-cost spell, neutral. Select an enemy leader or enemy follower on the field and deal it 3 damage. Cool. We've got ourselves for Swordcraft a 4/4/4 Shadowed Assassin here. You can evolve this follower for 2, then select an enemy follower on the field and engage it when you Fanfare. Then we've got ourselves here a evolved follower for Dragoncraft, 2/2. On evolve, if Overflow is active for you, draw 1 card. And our token is going to be the Strike form Golem, 2/3/2 for Runecraft with Rush. Next up, we've got the 1-cost spell for Havencraft here, the Hollowed Dogma. This is a quick look at the top 5 cards of your deck. Reveal 1 amulet from among them and add it to your hand. Put the remaining cards on the bottom of your deck in any order. Interesting. Top 5 and put them at the bottom in any order. We've got a neutral class here, 5/4/6, the Angelic Sword Maiden with Ward. And we've got ourselves 4/5/5 for Forestcraft, the Mana Elk. Whenever one of your pixie followers attacks, select an enemy leader or enemy follower on the field and deal it 1 damage. Pretty good. Pretty good. We've got a 5/5/5 for Havencraft with Ward and Aura. This is the Shrine Knight Maiden. So Ward, let's go actually Aura, because I can actually read that one from here. Aura says cards with this ability cannot be selected by enemy abilities, but they can be attacked. Okay, so it's like resist. And then Ward means that if your opponent were to attack, they have to attack the unit with, or the follower with Ward first. Got a neutral class 3/2/3 here. Harnessed Glass. Fanfare, draw a card, put a card from your hand on the bottom of your deck. Whoa. Got a 12-cost Runecraft spell here, Dimension Shift. When playing this card, banish 10 cards in your cemetery. This card costs 7 play points to play. Take another turn after this one? Wow, okay. Interesting. Not sure why it costs 12 and then 7. I'm guessing you banish 10 and then it becomes 7, then you can play it or something like that. But We've got an evolved for Havencraft here. It's 06 Arch Priestess Lelea. Actually, we saw you already. And we've got ourselves a Viking here for Swordcraft. 3/3/2 token. Next up for Swordcraft, we've got the Veteran Lancer, a 2/2/3 with Ward, a 4/3/3 for Havencraft, the Lightning Shooter. This has fanfare. Select an enemy follower on the field and deal it 2. Spell chain, deal it 4. Spell chain 10, deal it 2 damage to the enemy's follower. So if first it does 2. Then if you're on 5, it does 4 instead of 2. Then if you are spell chain 10, in addition to doing the 4, it deals 2 to the follower, I'm assuming. Then we've got ourselves the Dragoncraft Fire Lizard for 2/3/2. Fanfare, select an enemy follower on enemy leader or enemy follower on the field and deal it 1 damage. Cool. Ooh, we got ourselves another legendary. Of course, for Briscraft, she has the cute doggies that I really wanted to play. We've got ourselves a 4/3/3 Cerebus here, or Cerebus. So you can evolve this for 2, and then you put a Mimi or Coco, so there's another dog, token into your EX area, and then Necrocharge, put both of them into your EX area. Wow, cool. Then we've got ourselves, for Dragoncraft, a 5/5/5 Wyvern Cavalier. Fanfare, put the top card of your deck into the EX area. It costs 2 less to play. Wow. Then we've got ourselves Forexcraft, a 7 cost spell Silver Bolt. Select an enemy leader or an enemy follower on the field, draw a card, and then deal X damage to the selected enemy. X equals the number of cards in your hand. Interesting. Oh, is this the cover card? I think this is the cover card. No, it's not. It looks like it. Maybe the cover card is the one that that evolves into this. So this is neutral, I think. This is an 8/7 Lucifer. This is an evolved unit. Has Bane, and at the start of your end phase, deal 4 damage to each enemy leader. Wow. Interesting. And then we've got ourselves the Magic Sediment Amulet token. The 1 cost for Runecraft. This has stack, so amulets with stack are put onto the field with 1 stack counter and have the following abilities. When this card would leave the field, remove a stack counter instead. When this card's stack count reaches 0, destroy it. And then you can select 1 amulet with stack on the field and transfer all of this card's stack counters to that card. Interesting. For Abysscraft here, we've got a 1/2/2 Skeleton Fighter. Fanfare, if Star Green is active for you, give this follower +1 attack and defense or health. Then we got ourselves for Abysscraft a 2 cost spell Quick Razory Claw. Deal 2 damage to your leader. Select an enemy leader or follower on the field and deal it 3 damage. Then we got ourselves for Havencraft a 1 cost amulet Guardian Sun. Fanfare, select a follower on your field and give it Ward. Then, for I guess the cost of 2 stacks, put this card into your cemetery. Select a follower with Ward on your field and give it 2 and 2. Next up, we've got for Forestcraft a 3/3/3 Noble Fairy. This has Ward as well as Fanfare combo 3. Select an enemy follower on the field, destroy it, and summon a fairy token on that follower's field. Interesting. Then we've got a 3/3/3 for Swordcraft Pompous Princess. Fanfare, look at the top 5 cards of your deck. You may put a follower that costs 1 play point from among them into your field. Put the remaining cards on the bottom of your deck in any order. Then we got ourselves a gold here in neutral 1/0/2. You can evolve this for 2. It has Ward, and last rolls you draw a card. This is the Bellringer Angel. Got ourselves very nice looking bronze here. This is a evolved unit for Forestcraft. The Archer 1/4 So whenever a follower is put onto the field except itself, select 2 enemy followers and deal them 1 damage each. Very nice. And finally, we've got the Ghost token here for Abysscraft 111 has Storm, and at the end of the phase, at the start of your end phase, banish this card. 3/3/3 for Abysscraft, the Wardrobe Raider. You can evolve this for 0. Interesting. Then we've got a 6/5/5 for Havencraft, the Corette. Give your leader +5 defense. Draw a card. We've got the Goliath here. We've got, there we go, the Lucifer. This is the cover card. This is a 7/6/7 neutral class Lucifer. This evolves for free, has ward, and at the start of your end phase, give your leader 4 defense. Oh, okay. We've got a 5/5/5 for Forestcraft, Fairy Beast. Banish a pixie follower in your EX area. Give your leader +3. Draw a card. This ability can be activated once per turn. And we've got for neutral, a Amulet, Path to Purgatory. So that's Fanfare, draw 3 cards. Deal 3 damage to your leader. At the start of your end phase, if your leader's health is 6 or less, remove a stack, I guess. Put this card into the cemetery or transfer your stack, and then deal 6 damage to each enemy follower on the field. Jeez. We've got an evolved follower here. This is the Goblin for 4/4 neutral. And then now we got the Coco, who selects a follower on the field and gives it +2 attack. We've got the 4/5/5 for Forestcraft, the Okami. Whenever another follower is put onto the field, give this follower +1 attack and +1 health. We got ourselves for Swordcraft the 2/3/1 Luminous Knight. Fanfare, select another follower on your field and give it +1. Last words, do the same thing. Got a 2/2/2 for Runecraft here, the Crafty Warlock. You can evolve this for 1. Last words, this summons a Magic Sedimentary token. Got a 1/1 Swordsman for Swordcraft, how fitting. Fanfare, select an enemy follower on the field and engage it. Then you can select an enemy follower on the field and engage it as well. Still not sure what this combination of symbols does, but oh well. Then we've got a Runecraft 4-cost spell Golem Protection. Summon 2 Guard Force tokens, then on Earthright, I guess? Give each Golem follower on the field +1/+1. So they both have, those tokens have ward, but then you give them +1/+1. Pretty good. We've got our gold here in the Royal Banner 4-cost amulet for Swordcraft. Fanfare, give each Swordcraft follower on the field +1 attack and +1 health. Whenever a Swordcraft follower is put on the field, give it +1/+1. Very nice. We've got another Wardrobe Raider here. This is the evolved form, I guess. This is for Abysscraft 3/3. On evolve, put a follower from your field into your cemetery, select an enemy follower on the field, and destroy it. So 1 for 1. And then we've got ourselves for Forestcraft 2-cost token, the Thorn Burst spell. Select an enemy leader or enemy follower in the field, deal it 6 damage, and draw a card. Ooh. And then finally we've got ourselves the last pack here. I'm going to change up how I do these videos because I can't do the whole rip and then cut to showing the card because these packs are just too thick. Or at least the packaging is too thick to allow me to do that. Well, we've got ourselves the Ivory Dragon, I think we've seen already. Not a lot of repeats in this. This video was actually pretty long. We've got the 1-cost Dragoncraft Dragon Emissary spell. Look at the top 5 cards of the deck. They reveal a Dragoncraft card that costs at least 5 play points from among them and add it to your hand. Put the remaining cards on the bottom of your deck in any order. Got the Undead King here for 6/6/6 in Abysscraft. Very nice. Fanfare. Select up to 2 followers in your cemetery and add them to your hand. Nice. Then we've got a 3/4/4 for Dragoncraft here. The Imprisoned Dragon. This has ward, however it cannot attack enemies. Got the Dark General for Bizcraft here for 455. If Sanguine is active for you, this follower gets Storm. I still don't know what this Sanguine thing is, but for Dragoncraft, we've got a 2/2/2 Shapeshifting Mage. So you can evolve this for 1. Then Fanfare, if Overflow is active for you, give this follower 3/3. We've got a Goblin that you can evolve here. It has Ward. 7/7. This is the Goblin Mount Demon. And then finally, our last card here is going to be the Holy Falcon. 3/2/2 with Storm for Havencraft. So that does it for this opening here for Shadowverse first time. Took a long time. I don't know how this is going to work. Depending on how things go, I think I will open up at least a box of set 2, see how that goes. And then between sets 1 and 2, how I feel about playing the game, we'll see if we'll keep this up on the channel. If this turns up being sort of like a collector thing, I might do these videos a lot quicker. So I'll kind of just go through the cards really quickly when opening them, and maybe just detail the like chase cards or whatever, or the like high rarity cards. But yeah, I don't ask this a lot, but if you guys want me to cover Shadowverse in any sort of capacity, let me know in the comments down below, even if it's just pack openings. If you'd like to see deck profiles or fights or whatever the case may be, let me know in the comments down below. But in any case, till next time, take care of yourselves and each other, play Shadowverse, and have yourselves a damn good one.